Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. And tonight I am very excited because I'm going to share a fantastic product with you that's going to change the way you are doing your email marketing. It's going to one of those revolutionary tools. Not going to be very affordable, but it's also going to solve the problem of your having to grab popular email servers. It's going to save you tons monthly fee when it comes to email marketing. All right, so I said over and over again, the most important asset in internet marketing, it doesn't matter what arena you're going to, either CPA marketer, local marketer, video marketer. One thing you need always focus on is building your email list, okay? All right, so we all know that by now, right? So because why? Well, you control the traffic, right? So you can send any offer anytime you want with one click of buttons, literally, right? So also you can continuously build this relationship, build this trust with your audience, with the people who subscribe to you, with someone that you're giving truly highly value to, right? So which you build a long-term relationship, which you can sell to your audience over and over again. And currently there's no other mediums does this kind of stuff, right? So with the other mediums, you're always risking you just disappear overnight. We know that with the Google, we know that possibly with Facebook, right? So what do you have in control? If you want to be successful with internet marketing, you need to control your asset, right? You need to control your traffic, right? So just step back, think about it. That totally makes sense. So who would it be better to ask than ask Sean Donahoe to teach us how do you exactly build your list, okay? Once you build a list, how do you making that valuable email, build that engagement with your audience, okay? And thirdly, what if he has this awesome tool, a brand new WordPress plugin? Is going to change the way you're going to sending out emails, okay? It's you no longer have to pay the high monthly fee to, I don't want to name the big company out there, autoresponder company that continuously delivering your emails or just completely went down, alright? So we all experience that, right? When that happens, it's really devastating, isn't it? Because it really affects the way you earn money online, okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason I have invited Sean Donahoe back with us again to teach us some great content. Now, every time when Sean is with us, he always delivers tons insiders secrets, okay? In fact, he is my coach, okay? He's currently my coach, teaching me how to really build an internet marketing as a real business. 6-7 business, okay? 6-7 figure business, okay? This is the guy I pay a lot of money to learn a lot of great things from. You guys get it for free today by listening to this awesome interview. Some of the stuff he teaches you inside this interview, I had to personally pay thousands, if not $10,000s of dollars for, okay? And he's teaching you exactly what he taught me inside this video, so you too can go out there, make a big and huge difference in your internet marketing, in your email marketing. So pay attention, make sure you grab a pen and ready to take lots notes, because it's probably one of the best interview I have done so far, okay? All right, so at the end of this interview, he's going to introduce a brand new product, and ladies and gentlemen, please be very exciting about this. Please let me introduce to you the IMSC Rapid Mailer IMSC Rapid Mailer. I get the name right. Anyway, so as you can see here, so why do I love about this plugin so far? This is a plugin I literally can say can completely 100% replace your current autoresponder. I know one of the biggest challenge that you have probably start building your list is the cost. Who's gonna have that list that doesn't really make money, have to pay that $200, $300, $500 per month, just have your list sitting there? What if there's a way pay as you go? For 10,000 emails sent out, you only pay about $1 or 1 cent. I think it's $1. All right, and you no longer have to pay those monthly fees, okay? And the deliverability in some cases are even higher, okay? Isn't that cool? also the price. You know, a solutions like this in the past is going to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. And believe me, I look for it, okay? But this one is going to be super affordable. I think he went crazy on this. I think he's the way he delivered this offer is way below what he can charge for. He could have charged for $200. A lot of people would be happy to pay for it. He could charge for thousands of dollars. A lot of people will be paying for it. But he's not. He's gonna review the price inside the interview. So watch that to find out. It's gonna be super affordable because he want to take care of the little people. Now, if you ever bought things from Sean before, you know he's not only delivered a plugin, he also delivered a comprehensive training inside the area as well, okay? All right, and on top of that, he's gonna deliver awesome bonuses. This is not a, you know, some cheap bonuses he put together. This is something product he actually developed himself, okay? All right, so if you just look it down here, you're gonna see, get a quick preview all the bonuses he has for you. And remember that I am gonna put up a awesome bonus for you on top of what he just gave it to you, because I think if you're serious about your internet marketing, you need to grab this. The only downside of this, ladies and gentlemen, is a very limited time offer, okay? You only can't have 7 days to grab this. Once this is done, you're gonna pay a much higher price. That's why I'm very excited to share this with you, so you can grab this at a very affordable price. And literally, again, I mentioned is that this is gonna change the way you do your email marketing. You no longer just have to have those autoresponder servers anymore. You can use this as a backup server. You can use this just totally 100% replace your existing email marketing funnel. This thing, as you're watching the interview, as you're watching the demo video, you'll be like, wow, I can definitely use this. This looks just like the autoresponder I'm using right now, and if in many ways has a much better feature built in as well, okay? All right, so be very excited about that. So let's come back to the interview here. Sean is going to be here, share his incredible internet marketing journey. He has been an entrepreneur all his life. The difference between him, just by studying him, is he knows how to build systems. Everything he does, he has system. So I just shared a secret there with you guys. And so listen to that awesome, inspirational internet marketing story to learn how the real big marketer really making the internet marketing world. How is that different than what you're doing right now? Are you building a business? Or are you just kind of making a living, all right? So there's a huge difference between that. So he's going to discuss that, and he's going to discuss, hey, if you haven't built a list, why should you start building a list? How you should build a list? He actually went to examples to his blog where he captured the email, how he does it. He showed a live example during the interview with somebody just starting out, has no knowledge on internet marketing or building a list. He showed you exactly how to do that. Once you build a list, the next problem that we have is that your list kind of going down, right? So how do you deliver content? How do you deliver valuable content? Build what he called quote unquote value list. Okay, instead of just average list or freebie seeker list. He teaches you how to build a value list. Now he's going to discuss, hey, what do I need to send day one? What do I need to send day two? What exactly is the email sequence he personally used inside his business to make 6, 7, 8 figure business, okay? All right, so this is very valuable information, guys. You do want to watch this interview to learn all that insider secrets, okay? All right, remember, only the coach student get this kind of info, but I have cracked him and to share with you, okay? So I'm very excited. And inside this interview, he's also gonna do a live demo on this awesome plugin of his. There's too many features inside this plugin to demonstrate all, but he kind of pointed out some key points you're gonna absolutely love. So guys, there's a lot of more stuff in here. I'm just gonna let you guys watch this, okay? All right, so let's all enjoy this interview, and make sure you stay tuned watching the demo video so you can to know exactly how this thing works, how this is gonna really change the way you do email marketing. It's gonna save a lot of time. It's gonna save you a lot of money, and it's gonna plus the training is gonna teach you to get your email list started, to build that value list and start to make that real income on the internet, okay? All right, so and grab those bonuses as well, okay? I'll take a ticket down below, and I think you're gonna be absolutely love this, okay? All right, so this is your friend Han. Until next time, let's go watch this interview. Be very excited. Get your pen and paper ready, and keep smiling, and I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers. good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you. I know I've been off for a while, but I am back, and today I'm very, very excited to have Sean Donahoe back with us again to teach us a lot of great tricks, and this time it's all about email marketing. And I know a lot of you are still kind of not building a list, and if you have a list, doesn't know really how to use it, how to expanding it, well, this is the man you gotta learn from, okay? All right, so be very excited about that. At the end of this interview, Sean's gonna introduce a brand new product of his, and he's actually gonna do a very exciting live demo on this awesome software that's gonna tremendously save you lots of money on your email services, and also serve as a great backup when your main email service went down. And we're going to talk about that as well. and yeah, just be very excited about it. And before we get into all this excitement, let's kind of learn how Sean Donahoe got started with internet marketing. And most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve a level of success that he has today? So Sean, could you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Sure. Well, I've been on here a few times, and we've gone over my story quite a bit. Started from nothing, come from a tiny island in the north of Scotland. Started my own consulting business. Moved over to the United States. Started teaching businesses of every level how to market their presence online. Started doing it for myself. I'm a speaker, author, multiple entrepreneur in many different markets and niches. I'm not just one of these marketers who suddenly thinks, oh, internet marketing, I can start my business there. I've been in every business you can imagine, everything from investing, real estate, e-commerce, brick and mortar stores. Hey, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've got my fingers in a lot of pies. So all of the strategies and techniques there, I go on stage all over the world teaching people exactly how to maximize their success in different areas. But not only that, I build the tools I need myself, and then I let you guys have them as well when I think they're ready and they're good enough to be released. And if they're not, they get put on the shelf, and I build something else. So that's the way we go. And with email marketing specifically, well, here's the thing. With email marketing, you have an audience that wants to hear from you. They've given you permission. This is a very big thing, permission marketing. Yes. Seth Godin's kind of coined that phrase, where they've given permission to you to give you their contact information in exchange for X. Now that X could be anything: value, your free report, some strategies, some guides, a couple of videos, all sorts of different ways that we build leads. Well, I've been doing that for many years, and with everything that we do, the leads that we generate, we build a relationship with. One of the big problems with a lot of people when they're doing email marketing is they don't build a reputation, they don't build a rapport, trust, confidence, authority with their lists. And what happens then is that list just turns off. They don't want to hear from you. They unsubscribe. They spam reports or what have you, because it's so easy to disconnect from an authority like yourselves. So what you want to do is, when you're building a list, is build that authority and continuously pump people into whatever your lead funnel actually is, so that you're continuously bringing in new people, new fresh blood, so to speak, all the time into your collective lead contact database, wherever you're using that, so that anyone who drops off, you're replacing it. For every one that drops off, you're replacing it with 5 to 10 more people. And that way you're continuously expanding. So then you can turn that contact database into a profit stream. And myself, Han, many other top marketers have lists in the tens and hundreds of thousands. Myself, I would hate to even say, because it's kind of obscene how many people are on my lists across all of my different businesses. But it's a significant number. So you need a way to be able to contact them and manage them, segment, group, and everything else without losing your shirt off of the fees on the back end of marketing to them as well.
Great. So, and before we get to the specific about the teaching of the email marketing here, I kind of always want to kind of ask you this: is if you would have the chance to give maybe 3 tips to someone just starting out internet marketing, and what would they be? So they can be really starting making money with internet marketing?
That's a good thing. I actually just released one of the pre-launch videos before we go live with what we'll be talking about later on. Actually, I've just literally encapsulated how to build a list from scratch if you have no list. So what I'll do is I'll recap some of the stuff from that. First of all, if you're building links to your blog, you've got a website, turn your website into a lead magnet. One of the ways that we do that is you don't have to have a squeeze page. Most people think, oh, well, I've got to have a squeeze page, then I've got to have something to offer and all the rest of it. You don't have to. You can turn every page on your website into a lead magnet. In fact, can I show you one real quick, the way we do it on our site?
Absolutely.
What I'll do is I'll quickly share. Let me see. I'll just bring it up on another screen here. One of the benefits of having multiple monitors, I can do all sorts of ninja stuff all at once. What I'll do is let me share the screen, and I'm going to show you how we do it on one of our main websites, IMSC Success Center. So what you should be seeing, if you can see that, is now you can see that I've got my website.
Yes,
and you'll see over here, my first lead magnet is right here. Top right corner, prime banner spot, and that's good. But here's how I turn every page into a lead magnet. This is a blog post we just released today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back a little bit, and let me take this one, because this one's been open for 3 days. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a heat map. Now this is a heat map. I'll do the last 7 days. And this heat map shows you where the activity is on the page. Now you'll see a lot of people have what's called banner blindness. And you'll see no one in the last 3 days subscribed over here. But what we do is we do something else. Now we have pop-ups that come up and stuff like that. I'm not talking about those. But what I do is I have a long article here, very detailed. I do a lot of very high-value blog posts. So, for example, this one's all about SEO tips. But right at the bottom of my article, I have a lead capture form right there that gives them information about marketing and everything else. Basically, by embedding this under your blogs. Now, this one's a very expansive one. It's a big one. But by doing something like that, where you're prompting them, once they've engaged with your article, they've read, they're a lot more engaged with you as a personality. And you can see we've had activity, lots of activity of people signing up right here, putting in their name and email, and boom. So that is very, very powerful.
It's a human. As a human, we always want more, right? So I think when you're demonstrating your value, they say, hey, this dude is cool. I want more. I wonder what the heck is in even more inside, right?
Exactly. And again, I'm doing what's called an NBO. Now, when I teach this on stage or in seminars, an NBO is an absolute no-brainer offer. Now, for this one, I'm offering $497 in training, absolutely free. And tell them what they get, why it's great. They're much more likely to sign up because they've engaged, they've seen the value you're giving in your article, and now they want to continue, like Hans said, which is called the Zertnik effect. And they want to proceed, jump on board, and it's kind of like when you watch your favorite TV show, like The Walking Dead just finished this weekend. People want to see what happens next, so they leave it at a cliffhanger so that you come back and watch the next episode or the next season. It's the same thing. You give enough information, but you also then give them the cliffhanger, so the cliffhanger here is fulfilled by filling in this email and your name, and then boom, off you go. So, and then I've got all my other stuff like the related posts and comments and everything else below. So that is a very effective way to turn literally every page you have into a squeeze page per se and a lead generator.
Now I want to ask you. I want to ask you a quick question. As far as lead magnet goes, for every page, let's say you have a topic on SEO, do you offer different bonuses per? I mean, not different lead magnet for per each different topic? Is that to divide up the list, or is that overdone?
You can do. You certainly can do. And a lot of people don't. I do. I have different, because I have, in this course that I give away, for example, I do all sorts of different stuff. I, cover social media, list building, product development, and everything else. I'm kind of all encapsulating, but I could have different forms that do, tag different elements that are related to that post. So it's very much possible. You certainly could.
Okay, cool. So just want to kind of ask that question. And let's talk about the importance of having an email list. For those who have an email list, even like you say, like before we started seeing, you say you survey your list, 67% of people don't even have an email list. And let's get their attention. Why is an email list is a very vital part of your internet marketing business? It doesn't matter what do you do in internet marketing.
Well, let me take it into raw numbers. Every time I send out an email, a promotional email, I could make anywhere from $500 to $5,000, or even more. If I set up a week-long campaign, it could earn me. If I say, for example, I'm promoting a webinar or a product or something like that is mine, or webinar we're running, that could make me $25,000 to $50,000. That's just from sending an email, which takes me 10 minutes to write. Now, I don't care who you are. That's a good hourly wage right there. And that comes from having a good relationship with my list, building that list, and then being able to promote to that list. So it really is very, very important, because that is a continuous source of income. Most of my income comes from mailing my list. It's as simple as that. I have all sorts of other streams of income as well. But a vast majority comes from my email marketing. So if you're not marketing with emails, you're not collecting a list, you're not promoting and building a value list, you're losing a ton of money. It's just as simple as that. Now, like Han said, I surveyed my list, or one of my lists, and said, okay, how many of you are building a list? I have a list of 0, haven't started yet, 0 to 100, 0 to, like 100 to 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 or greater. 67% haven't built a list. Because one, and this is my experience, one, they don't know how. Two, they don't want to spend all of the money on like getting a monthly fee from one of the big autoresponders. They just don't, and they don't know how to email market, period. List building is the big thing. Having an autoresponder and what to do and how to do it and why you should do it, most people just don't get. But it is a major stream of easy income. If you have, I've got a friend of mine who's also a student who has a small list. I've only got 3,000 people on their list that makes $250,000 a year from that list of just 3,000 people, because of the relationship, the trust, and authority he's built up with that list. So you don't have to have a big list, but you do have to start. And one of the critical things is that little technique I just showed you is a great way to start. There's all sorts of other plugins you can use and if you want, like if you're not sure what you would give away, I don't know how to do a giveaway. How would I create a no-brainer offer? Get some private label rights stuff, okay? Pay someone on Fiverr. This is how you can outsource the whole thing. Get some private label rights for your niche, something that's pretty cool. Check it over, make sure it makes sense. Rewrite it if you need to, edit it a little bit. You can hire someone on Fiverr to copy edit it for you for $5. Get someone to redo a cover for you, so you've got a branded cover with your logo on it. Again, you can do it on Fiverr for $5. You can have someone, if you want to have a video with a squeeze page or something like that that promotes it, gets them to sign up. Hire someone on Fiverr to do it for $5. Do the voiceover work. Maybe they create a PowerPoint and record it, turn it into a video. Then you get a voiceover artist to do it. $5. It's not difficult. It's right there. You can do it. And then, you've got a no-brainer offer. You've got a way to actually capture leads, drive them to your list, and then you're ready to go. And you're building a list. You're actively building a list. And there's all sorts of other things that we teach, but that's the basics of getting started. And that's the thing for most people. Get started. You don't have to be an A grade student. You don't have to be an A+ plus or B plus. C-level work to get started, you can always tweak afterwards, but get going with it, because it doesn't matter what niche you're in, dating, acne, elephant herding, whatever it is you're in, build a list around it, connect with those people, stay connected with those people, build value, and they will listen to you, take your recommendations when you want to promote something, and you're good, you're making money.
Right, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. And what I love about the email, having an email list is, number one, you control your traffic, and
very much so.
And if you go to the other route, you risking losing that traffic if they change the rules or algorithm, you lose it. But when you have an email list, you kind of basically control the traffic, because all you had to do is send an email.
Very much so. And that leads me to another little tip. If you've got a blog with authority content like we do, I just showed you that really long post we had. One thing we do is whenever there's a new blog post, I email it to my entire list, or all my IM lists, because again, that's instant eyeballs, instant content. It's giving value to my members and my subscribers, so I don't have to do anything extra. I just get a really good blog post, mail it out. That's instant floods of traffic to my search engine, to my site. It's building value and rapport with my list. So the next one might be a promotion or something like that. But again, it's a great way to get floods of people interacting with your site, which helps you in general with your promotion efforts, social media engagement, your rankings, because lots of people are coming to the site, they're all engaged on your site. That helps you rise up, because Google actually sees how much interaction you've got, how many people are coming to your site every day, and everything else. They kind of measure that in all the different ways. For example, if Han comes to my site, he's got a cookie that's a tracking cookie dropped by Google or somewhere else where he's come to my site. They know he's been on my site, which helps me with my authority as well. Now, if you do that for 100,000 people, then that's a mass surge many times a week.
And you also have a fan page, kind of like you have like a triple traffic thing going on here. And
I do all sorts of stuff, yeah.
That
I syndicate every time I do a blog post. Just to get a little bit of content marketing tip, I email it, I post it to my Facebook page for the IM Success Center. I send it out through LinkedIn, Pinterest, many other places as well, Google+. And then I also put it on my main Facebook timeline as well, and I promote it as well. So I'll do paid promotion to some of that as well. So it's great, because I'm a magnet to everybody doing everything.
And we should give you, in return, Google is going to give you the absolute authority in the marketplace. So
we see a massive jump because we're doing that. Literally, I would say a 300 to 400% increase in our traffic because of our content marketing strategies. And a lot of that is tied to email marketing, which is great.
And the second thing I like about the email marketing is you get the ability to build that relationship, which is lead to my next questions. You keep mentioning there, you got to build value a list, but for a lot of people, they're still struggling with that. Like they get a list for 30 days, it dies. Nobody ever want to open their emails anymore. Nobody want to click on the links anymore. In other words, you're gonna get like over promotion emails. People just absolutely hate you now. So how do you solve that big problem? How do you build a value list? And once you get
it's a great question. Now, I showed you one way I do that with blog posts, where I do that. But if you don't want to do that, one thing you could do is set up an autoresponder sequence. When they first hit your email, you can drip feed in, like create a sequence of maybe 7 emails, several days apart, that's building value. Now, if you don't know what to write and you're not sure, again, here's the easy route. Go get some PLR. Find some articles that are PLR articles in your market. The reason being, you can use those, chop them apart, create an autoresponder right out of those, because you don't have to worry about duplicate content or anything like that. You've got high value content. Then you can make an email out of that, giving some tips, some advice, some strategies, or whatever it is in your market. I mentioned elephant herding, how to herd your elephant, how to know if your elephant could be herded. If you can find some PLR in your niche, and there's in many niches, pretty much every niche there's PLR articles. Again, you could just use those, spread them out, drip feed them in so you can intermingle your promotions with your value stuff. And the way I tend to do it with a new list is I will have 7 value emails before I do a promotion, okay? Then after that, I will drip in occasional promotion with occasional value, occasional promotion, occasional value.
Okay.
I'll kind of give away one of my secrets here.
Okay.
This is Hans. This is Hans Group. I'll share my secrets. Here's what we do with IM Success Center. First of all, we have an autoresponder that's set up with some great value emails. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's blog days. We release really high quality articles on those days. Tuesday, Thursday, which tend to be the best launch days, by the way, for the internet marketing world. And then Saturday, I will run promos. So I'm running 3 promos a week versus 3 blog posts and value posts a week. Now, here's the other thing I do. You might notice this. I will also mail on those days 3 times a day. Mail first thing in the morning to catch the American market who's just getting up or it's lunchtime. Only about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock PST, which is about 12 o'clock. I might mail earlier, like 6 a.m., which 6 a.m. my time, which is in California, is 9 a.m. on the East Coast of America. So that's people getting, starting their day, getting things going and everything else. Then I will mail at 6 p.m. in the evening, PST, which is 9 p.m. at night, East Coast, but it's also the time that the the Australian market is in the middle of their day and stuff like that. And then I will mail at 1 a.m. PST. I might be thinking, well, everyone's asleep at 1 a.m. The European market is getting their morning at that time. So again, I will
open up too.
Triple hit all the way through the day. And I will see the same open rates and the same click-through rates throughout that time, but I'm hitting different markets. And I'm also re-hitting people who might have missed it in the morning but now have it and reopen. So I can really explode my open rates. And I can segment by who didn't open the one in the morning or who didn't click, and then move on through so that people are not seeing the same email over and over again.
Yeah, that's a great tip right there. So speaking of email segmentations, do you have some tips or some secrets? How do you properly segment the list? Because I think that's another area email marketers kind of struggling with as well.
I'm going to be quite honest. A lot of email systems suck at segmenting. What we do, again, can I show you a demo of how we do it on IMSC Rapid Mailer, just as a quick demo? This will make a lot more sense. This is the tool that we're launching on April 8th, but I'm just going to quickly show you a segmentation strategy here. Let me just start the screen share here. So this is a list. This is part of a case study. And this list, for example, was a list that was kicked off of MailChimp. Now, Han and I were talking about this just before. Some of the autoresponder services don't like affiliate marketers, internet marketers, and what have you. Now, I had a really great relationship with this list. I had 20% open rates, 10% click-through ratios. My relationship with this list was golden, but they suddenly said, no, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to be supporting internet marketing. Constant Contact, iContact, many other companies just said, oh, no, we don't want to do that anymore. Again, there are a lot of people out there that abuse email marketing, spammers and the like, and they cause a lot of problems for genuine marketers. But what I did was I imported it into this system, and you can see I've got 13,000 people here. This is the day I imported. I'm not building any new people to this. This was just a case study of an existing list, and I'm warming them up. So you can see on this day I sent 2 emails because it's like doubled. That's because I sent 2 emails sent on that day. But I'm sending out 1 email a day, and my open rates are pretty good. My ratios are pretty good. Again, I can flick around with this. And this was a list that was dead. I hadn't contacted this list in about 6 months because I was going to use it for a case study. So this is just a kind of small list of 13,000 people. But when you want to segment, I sent an email out this morning about the pre-launch that we're doing. So you can see video 2 is live and everything else. 151 people. I only sent it a little while ago, but 151 people have opened it so far. 21 have clicked through. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new broadcast. And so I could say, hey, did you see video 2 yet? Now, what I can do here is I could just say, hey, and I can use one of the fields here. So you can custom field, let's say first name, because we record that information, and just say, did you have a chance to see the next video? And I'm just going to say all the best. Sure. I'm not going to do a really detailed one. I'll just say something like, click here to watch it now. Now this is using the WordPress editor, so it's going to be familiar to everybody. And I could do whatever the link was. I'm just going to do IMSC Rapid Mailer.com video 2. That's not the actual link, but I'm just doing this for a demo. So I could then, for example, if I want to highlight it, I'll bold it and do anything else I like. Now, down here you get a preview of your email. You can see that's not really detailed. Actually, if I update that, it'll link. There we go. But I've got all sorts of themes here. I'm going to choose my default theme. And again, this will automatically update in a moment. It kind of, as you type, it updates. In fact, let me just update it to kind of force it to do it. So there you go. That's just using a theme, but I could use any number of other themes. Let me go with Pro News. And if you want to preview them, you can actually just click on one and you get kind of a preview of what it looks like. It's got all the shortcodes, but there's another theme. It's got all the social media integration and everything, and you can edit these themes. We supply a ton of themes, but you can edit them as you see fit. But I'm going to go back to the default, and you can see that's triggering now, and there we go, updated. Now, we were talking about segmentation. Now, I've got to select my list, so this is my default list. You can see I've got the subscriber count right here, 13,139. And if I want to segment, I can do different types of segmentation. And I'll show you. This is basically segmentation done right. We've got 3 types. Date range of when they subscribed. So if I only want to target, for example, I'll give you an example. If I had an autoresponder set up with this that delivered value-based emails, I don't want to send a promotional email to the people who've only just signed up.
Absolutely.
So I can specify a date range that's a week before the current week. So only people who are already been on my list for at least a week can see this promotional one. I'm not going to send it out to the new people. So again, I can adjust that accordingly. I can set up field conditions. In other words, for example, if one of the techniques we use is called Facebook siphoning. And with using a thing called Facebook Connect, we can actually get the demographics, the age, the sex, in other words, the gender, of our lead and everything else. And we can put those in extra fields. So I could, if I had a promotion that's really targeted towards women, marketers, for example, I could then select one of the fields that says only women aged 35 to 45 or something like that, and then boom, I can go down to that level of demographic in my list.
That's powerful.
Now, the other really cool thing is email segmenting. This, for example, if I've already had someone who's watched video 2, they're already engaged. I don't need to hit them again. So what we can do with email segmenting is email did not, so I can do did or did not open this morning's email. And it goes off, it thinks about it, it goes checking the stats, who opened and who didn't open this morning's email. Now, this takes a little bit because it goes through all the stats to see who that list is. But now I can target the people who didn't open the list, who opened my email. Now, if they opened, great. If they, I've already got them. If they didn't open, then I can send them another targeted email saying, hey, I see you didn't open that email. Did you have a chance to watch it? Did you miss it? Was it loading? But you can see that so far, it's detected that 12,000 people haven't opened that email yet.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can queue it up. If I just go through all the other bits and pieces, I'm good to go. I can either queue this up for later. Maybe, like I said, I send out emails at 1 a.m. or something like that. I can set it just using like you would queuing up a blog post. I can set this for later on at, say, tomorrow morning. So I could do like the 5th at 1 a.m.
Now, that time, is that EST or is that wherever you are time?
That's your blog time. So if you want to check your blog settings, you just come to your settings in general. I'll open up it in a new tab, and you can check what your server time is. For example, right now, this is set to GMT. I could set it to, let's see, Los Angeles, which I really should do. And boom, now I've set it to Los Angeles time. It uses generally UTC, which is now at 7 o'clock at night in the UK.
Okay.
But right now in local time, it's now 12:58 when we're recording this. Okay. So now I know when I set it up, I'm good to go.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I can queue it up, and here's the other cool thing as well. A couple of other little benefits here. We've got so many things in this; it'll take me forever to show you everything.
Right.
But you can, if you want to do a blog blast, you can actually insert posts right in here. So I could say, okay, I don't actually have any on this blog, but I could choose from a category, and then it would show, a little list of the blog posts, and I can then take an excerpt and pump it right in here, and then say, hey, click here to read more. You're good to go. So you can actually do instant blasts from your blog and rock and roll from there. And you can also do little snippets. I haven't saved any, but if you have pre-done snippets that you want to save and maybe use later, you can also insert snippets right in here for quick emailing. You've got autoresponders, so you can set up your sequence like I mentioned. This checks now every hour, but I could set it for every minute if I wanted to. That'd be a bit crazy, but every once a minute, every half minute, it checks for new items. I just do it on the hour. That's easier. But you could just add a new autoresponder message. And here's the other cool thing. A lot of the big systems, they limit you with who you can set your autoresponder to. Well, if I've got 20 lists and I'm building leads from all sorts of different places, and I've got them all in different setups, maybe I want them all on the same autoresponder. No problem. So you can choose who this goes to. Do you want it to go to just new subscribers or existing ones? You can then create your autoresponder right here. You've got all sorts of little tags you can add. You can select which theme you want to use. The delay, so if you want it to go out immediately, like this is the first one, just put 0. And then if you wanted the next one to go out 3 days afterwards, then you could say 3 days later or what have you, and boom, you're good. It's very, very simple to set up. We also support paid lists, which is something that no other autoresponder system on the planet does. But basically what you can do is, if you create a special list that's a paid list, they have to pay to be on it. That's instant recurring income. You can set it up with PayPal or to checkout, and basically it's an instant little membership site. To be on your newsletter to get all your value email, they pay, say, $5 a month. That's fantastic. It's an instant monetization technique as well. And you can import all of your lists. We've got all sorts of other stuff. That, again, I'm kind of pressed for time here with hand, but I want to show you some of the bits. I could then choose a CSV, say which list I want to import it into, if it's a CSV, and then here's the cool thing that you don't have to do with ours that you are forced into with other autoresponder systems. They force you to tell them basically where you go into the Spanish Inquisition. Where did you build your list? How did you build it, and everything else? Well, with us, that's up to you. That's your business. You're in control. The other thing that they make you do is, if I took my MailChimp list that I was mentioning earlier on and took it over to, say, Aweber, they would then send a confirmation email to everybody on that list saying, oh, you've just signed up for this list. confirm. Well, you would lose half your leads right there.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
don't have to do that with us. No, activate immediately, you're good to go. And then if you want to back up your list, for example, if I want to back up my MailChimp list of everything else, all subscriptions, and I want to pull it into, say, third-party email, I'll do that. I'll just quickly do that. What will happen is it's thinking about it, checking my emails, and then it's exporting it for me, and boom, it's now thinking about it, checking everything, and now it'll create a little export for me. I'm going to stop it because we don't need to, but there you go. That's kind of a very, very quick thing, and then you've got your themes, snippets, subscription orders for managing everything you're doing, and you got a, I'm going to leave this page. And you can also, one thing we do is obviously we track your opens, your unsubscribes. This handles bounce checks, tracks links, who's clicked, who's done what. You can see down here we track all of that. And you can even, one thing you can do, which I hadn't mentioned, is you can use your host's own email system.
Mm-hmm.
So you can send out mail for free. Now you can also use Amazon SES, SendGrid if you want to integrate with a third-party system, but that's your choice. You choose how you market. If you want to use Amazon SES, no problem. Send out 10,000 emails for $1. If you want to use SendGrid, you pay as you go, or you can buy one of their plans. Mm-hmm. I use SendGrid as my primary one, and what we're seeing there with 100,000 emails sent and everything else, or 120, whatever it was, that's all using SendGrid. Pay as you go. That's great. You don't have to mess around with that. Or, like I say, you can send email for free. Most hosts limit how many emails you can send per hour.
Right.
So you just match our settings to theirs. If you're capped at, say, 500 emails an hour, no problem. You send it out in batches of 500 through the day. You're done.
Okay. Cool. Yeah,
that's a lot of information. I was trying to give you a grand tour there, but that was a very long answer to your segmentation question. But as we're going through, I thought I'd show you a couple of other bits as well.
Right. So what I like about this is, like, if you're just starting out, you don't have any money investing in mail server, you can start it right away because you can just send them free emails. As you're expanding, to list bigger and bigger, and then use the paid version. And he gave you two different options there. So it's not like you had to pay a huge upfront monthly fee the normal way. And this thing has more features than most autoresponder I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. You know me, I don't do anything. I don't like leaving a stone unturned. I have an idea, and then I'll put it in there, and I'll have another idea, and I'll put it in there. My programmers have put another, just before I gave out a demo version, like a beta version to some people, my programmers have put over another 200 hours of coding with different things that we got as feedback from people. And I'm like, yeah, okay, put that in there. Okay, find a way, put that in there. Now test it, put it in there. So we added a lot of things to this that, honestly, just most autoresponders can't do. And but again, there's no monthly fee for this. That's the beautiful thing. You mentioned like high cost. I mean, if you have a email list with about ballparking 50,000 people on it, with Aweber, that's going to cost you $500 a month. Even if you don't send out one email, that's $500 a month.
Aweber count unsubscriber as part of your list too.
Yeah, which is insane. Yeah, this is. Don't get started. If you have, say, a list of like 50,000, I'll kind of do a kind of proportion here. You've got 30,000 people that are active. You might have also people that are on multiple lists. Okay, so they're on your last launch or your other launch.
Right.
Basically, you've got that. They still count. If they're on two lists,
it's double.
You're still paying for those two people, even though it's the same person. It's crazy. It's all volume based. It's great money. For them. Now, I'm not knocking Aweber. I mean, I've had a lot of problems with them recently with their downtime. Lots of autoresponders had DDoS attacks recently, and Han was caught in this. He was mailing me saying, "What do we do? What do we do?"
Absolutely, I was panicking.
Lots of people were losing money because they couldn't mail out. And I mean, lots of top internet marketers were screaming at Aweber. and MailChimp and GetResponse. They were all being hammered. And I'm kind of sat in the background chuckling to myself because I've got my system already working and is sending out email. I'm good, guys. And so were a lot of my students. And it was a really rough week. But again, there was no real alternative. Well, now there is. So not only is this great if you're just starting, it's also a great backup plan if you do have a commercial autoresponder and you want something to cover your base. In fact, I had a very, very big marketer who I won't name drop because that's not me, but it's a name that most people know. Have a look at this and say, I want this just in case. And his list is huge. Okay, he's got multiple lists in the millions. And he wants to use this on his dedicated servers just as a fail-safe, as a backup plan. And because he can swap out email service providers very easily, this gives him the facility to do that. That if ever anything like that happens with Aweber or GetResponse, or they say, hey, we don't want you anymore, he's got an alternative that he can use now, and he's using IMSC Rapid Mailer.
Great. Speaking of a server, like how powerful does it require? VPS or just normal share servers? What would be your recommendations?
Well, that's good. That's a good question. That one you just saw was on a shared server.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
That was on a HostGator business plan. Now, obviously, if you've got really, really big lists and you want to send out lots and lots of emails, you're going to need a little more hosting. If you've got a VPS or a dedicated server or what have you, and you're wanting to send out 100,000 emails a day, that's kind of the level you're at. But if you've got a list of 100,000, you've probably already got a VPS or a dedicated server. Okay, so it can scale with you. That's the beautiful thing. We designed this to work on shared servers so that anyone with a small list, just getting started, going up to 10, 20,000, yeah, no problem at all. It can scale with you. And that's the beautiful thing. If you want to go absolutely mental and have 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million, then obviously you're going to need a lot more power. I haven't tried a list of 100,000 to 1 million people on a shared server. I think that would be absolutely bloody crazy. But that's just because, honestly, that's scale.
Yeah, that's.
Okay? If you're starting off, I mean, anyone with a list, I'll just give you a ballpark. Anyone with a list of 10,000 or under is probably making a lot of money every month anyway, and they could use a VPS, but you could still run 10,000, as you can see here. I'm running a list of 13,000 on a shared server, no problem at all.
Okay, and my next question to you is that, how easy, or for those who are technically challenged, how easy or how hard is it to set up with the Amazon SES or SendGrid? Are they fairly easy to kind of integrate with your plugin?
They are fairly easy, and we have tutorials. We've got a full user guide that comes with this, like a 50-page user guide. You could read it, you could not. But we've got full video training that shows you how to set it up with your own host, how to set it up with SendGrid, with Amazon SES. It's actually very, very easy. SES is a little complicated, but we walk you through it. We show you, go here, do this, do that.
Okay.
Now click that. Got that? You've got that information. Plug it into IMSC Rapid Mailer. You're good to go. Press the test button. Did it send an email? Good. You're done.
Okay, cool, awesome. Now, do you recommend people get this plugin and just grab a dedicated domain for this plugin, or what would be your recommendation?
Well, I did it on mine because it's IMST Mail. We were going to use that to house all of our email, and I've got to put that on a dedicated because our lists are huge. But I wanted to use this as a case study one. But no, you can run it on your main domain, whatever that may be, your money site. You can run this on a sub-site. I like running it on a sub-site just because I like to separate those things. But you don't have to. You can run it on your money site, no problem at all. In fact, it's great because here's another thing that we do. When you use this, if you've got a membership site or something like that, not only can you import people in, you can also automatically register them on your site. And if you've already got a membership site, you can import all of your existing members right into IMSC Rapid Mailer as a list. So you can do both ways. You can use this as account creation tool if you like. So again, there's lots of different things you can do. So having this on your main site certainly has its benefits.
So you will actually work with membership plugins such as Wishlist and all that good stuff, or is it kind of what I'm understanding here?
Yeah, well, basically, because you have users, it's basically Wishlist member to like S2 member or any of those other tools. They create real user accounts.
Right.
You can pull them into this, no problem at all. Or you can integrate the two together, so this becomes your integration. Usually on the back end of these tools, you can integrate in like an autoresponder form or like a custom form. Well, you can do that with this because we generate custom form code, and then you can plug this into Optimize Press, List Eruption, Lead Pages, any other list building or integration platform that takes the form code and then processes it. Yeah, you can do that right with this as well. So we integrate pretty much everything. We want it to be flexible, a lot of power, but keep it simple at the same time, so anyone who's just starting out can use it.
All right, cool, awesome. All right, so let me get to the offer itself a little bit here, and let's talk about the name of the product, time of the launch, and who's going to be really benefit for getting this.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, IMSC Rapid Mailer. It's launching on April 8th at 12 p.m. EST. That's when the doors open, and the who's it for? Everybody who either has a list, wants to build a list, wants to get into email marketing, and wants to make some money. Because that's basically, with email marketing, marketing is money. This gives you all of the tools that you need to be able to do that.
Yeah, this is honest.
I should also say we actually have some extensive training in there for list building as well. So even if you could have all the greatest email management systems in the world, if you don't know how to build a list, then it's no point. So we give you a lot of list building training as well, even with the base product, so that you can get started. And it kind of expands a little more on the kind of stuff I was talking about here. Today, we give you a lot more detail on that and some other great stuff as well.
Okay, great. So, this is the ultimate question. As people watching this, they'll probably get very, very excited because literally this is the most powerful email system out there, what I've seen so far. Even in some area, it beats the bigger email responders out there, and they just don't have that feature built in. And they're very, very excited right now. So they're probably in the back of their head think this is gonna cost them a pretty dollars bet. So let me ask you this: what is the starting out price? What's inside the front end, and is it on diamond sale? And what do they exactly get as far as the front end offer goes?
Very good question. Okay, here's the shocking part. I could easily sell this for $197. In fact, I've had marketers, some very big guys, tell me that I'm absolutely insane for not releasing this at $197. And I could easily. In fact, we're still considering that after this special opening period. But what we're going to do is we're going to open the doors at $37.
Okay.
No monthly fees. Okay, $37 for 2 weeks only. After that, we're going to skyrocket the price. We're debating the final price is going to be probably $67 to $97, maybe even more. We are considering $197, but we're opening the doors at that. You've seen all the power here. You can see why people would pay that price. But again, my thing is, I see so many people struggling. I hate that. So I want to make this accessible. I want to make this so that people can get in. So what you're going to get is you're going to get everything you just saw, all that plugin, everything. There's no limitations. The only limitations we're putting in there is you can install this on 3 personal sites. Okay, so if you've got 3 sites, great. You're probably okay. There is an offer at the back end, which includes lots of extra list building plugins. We've got some great systems that we use, including one that will embed the forms right on your page. It'll do pop-ups. It'll do social media building and all sorts of cool stuff. We've got we call it the list building power pack, and that's 4 really powerful lead building plugins that we built, stuff that I use all the time. In fact, you'll see it on most of my sites. This is the stuff I use, but I'm giving it to you guys as well. That's on an upsell, but that also unlocks the pro version, which means you can use it on unlimited personal sites as well. So for $37, you get the high-power IMSC Rapid Mailer plugin with the autoresponders, broadcast features, all the click and link tracking, segmentation, everything you just saw. And then you get some list building training, got some great guides in there as well, which supplement everything we're doing, and you're off to the races. You're ready to go. We do have several like extra offers. They're completely optional. We're not one of those guys that, okay, well, we'll give you a piece here for this price, but to actually really be able to use it, you need all these other things as well. That's not the way I roll. This will integrate with absolutely every system you might already have. That's fine. If you don't have a list building system, if you don't have plugins that will collect your leads, then the Pro version with the list building power pack is probably going to be perfect for you. Then beyond that, we have some advanced training. The advanced training is really basically how to do email marketing at the professional level. It's got some great training about, I mentioned earlier on, Facebook siphoning, how to build the perfect squeeze page, how to build, and I do a kind of a tutorial on how we built 100,000 subscribers in 60 days. And we've got all sorts of other really cool training in there as well. And then we've got a six-figure boot camp where I basically share all of my best secrets for how I run my business, how I create multiple six-figure income streams like that, how I continuously build them. Every time I do a launch, or I do some sort of campaign, it's with the aim of creating a new six-figure income stream. And I do it again and again and again. So I share in that six-figure bootcamp, and you'll see that a lot of information on how that all works.
All right. So can you give us maybe a little hint how much the OTO is going to be?
Okay. Well, I usually don't, but this is Hans Group. But he always asks me this question, and you know what? I never fail to disappoint. So $37 is the first one. Okay, that's the front end product. The list building power pack is only $47.
Oh wow!
I'll tell you right now, each one of the plugins in there is worth $97. Plus, you get the Pro version with the unlimited domain. So that's insane. Now, the advanced training is a wee bit more. That's $97. And when you see how much is in there, this is the stuff that I go on stage, and these are people who've paid $5,000 to $10,000 to attend these events. So when they go to these events, this is very expensive training. However, I've encapsulated 6 very, very powerful modules in this advanced training, and that's $97. So that is a bargain itself. Now, the six-figure boot camp, this is stuff that I've charged people $10,000 to $20,000 to learn. However, what I'm doing is I'm doing a live boot camp. Now, a live boot camp, when I do this, is very, very rare, but here's what we're doing. For 6 weeks, I want to bring the most dedicated people who just really want to finally succeed. They're fed up with all the guru BS out there. They want to learn how to make real, substantive income online. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to break down my process, how I do it, why I do it. And again, I've done this before and charged $9.97 to do it live online. In this case, I'm going to do it again. And we've added a ton more stuff to this. We're only doing that for $2.97.
Okay.
Now, this is literally a limited engagement event. Once we start rolling and we're going live, doors shut. No more registrations. And we can only take a few people in at a time. So, again, you've got to be serious about wanting to succeed. You've got to be serious about your commitment to action. And then you can literally work with me one-on-one in this group. And literally, if you've got a question during this group, no problem. You can ask me live. I had no idea what questions Han's going to throw at me. I will answer them. That's just, again, I've never been stumped for a question yet. So we're going to go through every single step that I go through when I'm creating multiple online income streams in any market. So it's a very, very cool event. I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but Han is actually a mentoring student of mine. And he pays me a lot of money every month.
I pay him a lot of money, that's right.
Yeah. But again, he knows how much my time and my information is worth and how it's helped him with his business and continuing to help him with his business. So again, this is your chance to work with me literally live ask me any question, see exactly behind the curtains, and well, we'll have some bloody fun along the way as well.
Right. Just wanna, for those who are watching this, if you really want to build a very successful internet marketing business, if you have the money, go sign up. You will not be regretted. I'm paying maybe 20 times more than that, and I'm happy to pay every single time. So you're gonna get a lot of return on your investment. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely. Okay. So, any other questions for me, Han? You gonna find any more curveballs?
I got one last question. Kind of always have to put you on hot seat a little bit here. And as people watching this, and as people see this interview, they know you're the expert. They know when it comes to internet marketing, not just for emailing, but every arena of internet marketing, you know your stuff. As people watching this demo you just did, they want to get pissed off with this because they know email marketing is important. They know keep the cost down, or have even just a backup software. As what the current system have is very, very important. They want to get it, but we all have that limited voice on the back of the head says no, don't get it for whatever the reason. Maybe they have a tons of the plugin out there, maybe they have different email program training out there already. My question to you, Sean, is what makes this thing unique? So they should absolutely grab that launching time.
That's a great question. Here's the thing. Whatever we built this with multiple markets and multiple people in mind. So if you're just starting out, this is for you. Okay, it's got all the autoresponders, it's got all the email management you need. It's a familiar interface. It does all of the tracking, does everything you need in one place. It'll save you a ton of money because you don't have any monthly fees with this. You can send out email for free. Okay, so again, this is a great starting point for a lot of people who want to get started in email marketing, list building, and everything else. We've got all the training in there to help you build a list as well. So basically, you've got no excuses for not being a list builder and an email marketer. And for experienced marketers who've already got everything they need, we've got all the unique features that you don't have with a lot of these systems: paid mailing lists, action-based segmentation, all of the different things. You can use this as a backup system. You can use this for your importing for lists that or if you've got a list kicked off of the system, again, you can import it without any problems. Pay as you go. Save money. Get rid of it. Fire your autoresponder. I mean, geez, as many times I wanted to fire my autoresponder system that I had before this, because again, they're down for a week, or they got this problem, or oh no, well, I don't want to go through the Spanish Inquisition every time I import a list from one of my e-commerce sites or something like that. I don't want to go through that. This is a great system that you can use in absolutely every arena for every applications. If you're involved or even not involved with email marketing, then this is a great all-in-one solution that you can use to get rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I gotta testify. Like the email migration process is just so painful. Like you take a lot of time, waste a lot of money for double check the email addresses right, all kinds of crazy stuff. With this thing, you're pingless. You just kind of import it and get you set up to go. Literally.
That's it. I mean, you've got it. You've nailed it on the head. We built this so you can just get set up and go. That's it. And let it do its thing. Let it do all the hard work and lifting, and then you do your lead generation or your importing or whatever, and just let it handle all the hard work for you. That's what it's all about.
Okay, great. That's great. So, Sean, thank you again for spending your time with us and share some tons of great value again. And before we leave here today, do you have maybe a final words of wisdom you'd like to share?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Just do it. Even if you're not using this system, even if you're not, you've not got an autoresponder yet, you should be building a list. Having a list in your business is critical. So if you're not doing it, if you're one of that 67% that are not list building, change that mentality. Be in the other group, the other 33% that are building, because at the end of the day, it's going to dramatically increase your business profits. It's a lot of money you're leaving on the table, and even if you are list building, well, I think there's some stuff in here as well that's going to help you take that to the next level, and that's what it's all about.
All right. On that note, Sean, thank you again. Oh, by the way, Sean is going to offering some awesome bonus. You're going to see on my review page tomorrow. On top of that, I'm going to put you guys add more bonus to it as well. So kind of look out for my email tomorrow. And if you stay with us right now, make sure you stay tuned. Watch a little quick demo video right after this interview, so you know exactly how it works. Most importantly, how this is going to save your money and how it's going to really benefit you, take your marketing to the next level. Sean, thank you again for spending time with us, and I will be in touch with you very soon.
Hey, my pleasure, Han, as always, and hope you guys out there watching this right now got some value from this, got some little insights, some little tips, and everything else. And, well, I hope you get IMSC Rapid Mailer, and I'll see you all in the members area with all the great training we have in there.
All right. Thanks, Sean. Cheers.
Take care. Hey there, this is Sean Donahoe, and welcome to IMSC Rapid Mailer. This is a quick demo of this incredible autoresponder and email management tool that we have built for anyone that is list building, has a list, and wants to put themselves in full control. Now, this is a brand new install, and I'm going to just give you a quick tour of some of the features we have in here. For example, once you're all set up, if you want to create a broadcast, promote that latest awesome offer that's going to put commission in your pocket, just click Create Broadcast. If you want to manage your subscribers, import a new batch, maybe there's an autoresponder service that's had a few problems, you want to basically export your list or have restore a backup of your lists and put them in a place where you can control them, then again, you just click on subscribers. If you want to create a new list, create a new list. You want to check the queue and maybe push the queue. Again, you've got full control. And that's why we built this. We want to put you back in control of your income streams. Email marketing is a multi-billion-dollar business. And if you're building a list and you know how powerful a list and money is in the list, well, that's all well and true. But if you can't mail out, if you don't have control of your business and you're placing your entire business income in a third party's hand and under their control and whim, then you have a huge risk. You're also paying huge monthly costs for some of these autoresponder services that are out there. With Rapid Mailer, it's just one fee. There's no monthly expenditure at all, unless you're using a third-party sender, which we support. You can, for example, send out 10,000 emails for $1 using Amazon SES or SendGrid. You can also use Mandrill. You can use your own host's built-in mailing system if you like. You can throttle it so that you're not overloading your server, that you're not getting in trouble with your hosts. You can use Gmail SMTP or any other SMTP service. We connect to everything. We make everything very, very powerful. I'll give you a quick tour of some of the features. So here's the dashboard. You'll see on here, again, we've got no subscribers yet because this is a fresh install. You get an update of all of your subscribers across all your channels. You can have public and private mailing lists. In other words, ones that people can subscribe to in a publicly or privately. You also get a summary of all your recent emails you've sent, any bounced emails, total emails. We give you full stats so you know exactly in an instant what's happening with your business. You can create new mailing lists. You can create a new newsletter. You can also manage all of the emails that you're sending out, seeing what's going on where. You can also create what's called pre-made emails. These are kind of like cookie cutter template setups that you're going to use again and again. Maybe you're doing a blog broadcast, because that's one thing you can do with this. You can take all of your blog posts and blast them out as an email. Got a new post? Got 30,000 subscribers? No problem. Right when you create your post, you can set up a little email to go with it right from the post page, and boom, you're broadcasting. In fact, let me show you that real quick. If I go to Posts, Add New, and say, for example, this is the post screen, you can see right here, there it is, sorry, I almost scrolled right past it. You can send the full post or an excerpt. You can choose which theme to use. Maybe you've got a pre-done theme. You can preview each theme, for example, through here. For example, I'll just preview that. Here's one of our awesome themes that we've got in here. Again, you can set up your own branding, whatever you want, no problem at all. So I'll just click close that, and then you can choose which list you want to send it to, and boom, you are done. It'll push it into the queue and automatically send it out. Can't get easier than that. So coming back over here, you can set up autoresponders. We have a full autoresponder system built in here. You want to set up a 7 series queue that goes out on a timeline that you specify, no problem. It's all in here. And you can use existing broadcasts. Just click on that real quick. So say, for example, I click Add New. And I say, okay, I want to call this, say, IMSC Sign Up. And then I say, okay, default list. Apply to existing subscribers. In other words, hey, if I already got a ton of subscribers, maybe I want them to get this from this new autoresponder series. Can't do that with a lot of mail systems out there, including the top autoresponders. So now I'm going to apply that. Now I can either choose a newsletter or create one from scratch. We support full WYSIWYG editor. You've got all the short tags that you can use. So you can have all sorts. You can include the subject. You can include the first name, last name, emails, whatever information you're collecting. There's so many tags in here, including social media integration, absolutely everything. We make it very, very easy, but it's as easy or as powerful as you want. You can embed images and media right in your email. You can set up which template you like to use. How long do you want it to be before they get it? So 0 is for the first one, and you can make them active and inactive, and boom, you're done. It's as simple as that. You can also manage your subscribers. You can see all your subscribers that you have currently, and then import and export. Very fast importing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly pull in. I had a little test group of 1,000 emails from just one of our little setups here. So I'm going to import that into the default list. You can set up as many lists as you like, no problem at all. And you just say, hey, do you want to import it from a CSV? Which all, if you're exporting your lists from a major supplier, or you've got a list of emails from an archive or from any other place that you've got an email list, again, you can just import it straight away. So I'm just going to take the email address, which is column 1. This is a single opt-in. And then show progress, and then check everything, make sure everything's good. When I'm done, boom, import subscribers. Now, it says 0 out of 0 failed because it hasn't started yet. Start importing, and what will happen is this will go through them, checking everything to make sure this is good. Now, these are all simulated emails. These aren't real emails. I just wanted to show you this as a setup, and you can see, boom, boom, boom. It'll go through them, verify them, make sure everything's cool, and import them. It weeds out any duplicates, making sure you've got a clean list of 100% unique setups. So that's all working. And what I'll do is while that's going, I'll show you some of the other features. You can set up custom fields. So if you want to customize absolutely everything, no problem. First name, last name, Skype ID, any other information you want to store about them. You can pass that through the form. It goes straight in and it's assigned to each person on that list. We've been using that for all sorts of targeted campaigns through Facebook, for example. That's very, very powerful. We also have a theming system. These are the 3 defaults that come with it, but we also have an extras pack that we'll be releasing with this, which has another dozen or so themes. So again, lots and lots of easy customization. And if we want to, we can preview each one of those like I showed you earlier on. And the cool thing is if you want to add a new theme, you just click this. You can set up your own theme. There's plenty of great supported themes out there. So you can create your own in any way you like. You could paste in your own HTML with the right elements. You can use one of the existing ones as an easy customization, upload a zip package, or just a straight HTML file. Either one works. You can create your own and have full control and, again, flexibility. You also have the email queue, which shows you how often items are going out. For example, again, this is a brand new install, nothing's been sent yet, and it checks every few moments, or you can run it now to push the queue out. You can set how many emails you want to go out per batch. So, for example, if you want to send out 1,000 emails, and depending on your host's limit, say you can only send 1,000 emails out an hour, no problem. Every 2 minutes, that's 30 times. Split 1,000 by 30 times, and you can set how many emails to go out per run. That is very, very cool. Or if you're using an external service like Amazon SES, SendGrid, Mandrill, any of those other services that we support, boom, you just use their API and you are not restricted then by your host. So that's that. And then again, in the configuration, that's where everything happens. This is all where all the magic happens. You can set up all of your options, your settings, the services you want to use, the features you want to use. It's all very controllable. We have social media integration. We've got email templates. You can set up your company profile, how you handle subscribers. We even allow you, and this is something very, very cool, you can actually charge for subscribers. You can charge your subscribers to be on your exclusive newsletter list. And that's a great monetization strategy. Again, there is no autoresponder service currently doing that. But we built that into our system because that's what we want to do. We charge $5 a month for some of our subscriptions and have thousands of people on those lists, which allows us to literally create incredible income very, very quickly. So again, lots and lots of options. It's very, very quick to set up. You can, for example, here's the email setup. You can set up with Gmail, your internal mailing system, which is actually very good. The WordPress mailer is very, very good. Or you set up an SMTP server. And we show you how to set up Amazon SES, SendGrid, Mandrill. We show you how to integrate all of those different systems. And it is very, very powerful. So everything is set in here. And it integrates with Optimized Press 2, Lead Pages, any other autorespond kind of plugin for WordPress, any other service that uses mail forms and integrates with those to create opt-in and squeeze pages. We've put everything in here. And we've got people who have been using this for a few weeks who have been making thousands and thousands of dollars. While everyone else was down with the recent problems with a lot of autoresponding services, these guys were raking it in because they were the only ones able to mail out. How powerful is that? While everyone else was losing thousands upon thousands of dollars, people using IMSC Rapid Mailer were raking in the commissions because they were the only ones getting attention. Very, very powerful system. We built this for ourselves, but we're releasing this to you as well. And you can now use that. For example, here's the paid subscriptions I was talking about. You can integrate this with PayPal to checkout. You just set up what you want, how you want it, and off you go. Very, very, very cool indeed. So with that being said, that's a quick kind of demo of Rapid Mailer. It's an incredible mailing system. It literally puts all of the power in your hands. You can send out literally hundreds of thousands of emails and save yourself incredible amounts of money on your autoresponder bills. Everything is in your control. You're not risking your business by putting it in the hands of a third party who may or may not like exactly what you do. We've heard all sorts of horror stories of customers who have lost their mailing account because suddenly a mailing company suddenly doesn't like internet marketing, affiliate marketing, and all the other things that we do to make legitimate money. But hey, they suddenly get their backs up and suddenly shut down your entire business. And then you're left scrambling, trying to figure out something else to do. Don't get caught with your pants down. That's what IMSC Rapid Mailer is here for. So that's a quick demo of IMSC Rapid Mailer. Hope you enjoyed it.
bye.